Hello everyone, JC Gaming here, and this is my second episode of my FIFA series. And this episode I'll be showing you the first two matches of the season and also a little bit of transfer. Right away I decided that I need to improve my team. I needed a goalkeeper and perhaps one or two centre-backs. So I start looking for one, and I decided in the end that I need a good goalkeeper. But I also need a young keeper because, yes, you can argue I can go and get a good keeper like 66, 67 rated for the same price just because he's older. I prefer to get young players that can grow more because they can stay with your team for longer. So there I said it, so I search only for goalkeepers. And I find this person, I don't know how you pronounce his name. His name's like Spicer? I don't really know, it's really weird. I'm terrible at pronouncing. Anyway, he's 18, he's a 59 rated keeper, he's worth, I think, $250,000, and I was cocky. The game said, oh, you can get him for like 130 to 170, so I offered 140, and as you can probably guess, that was rejected, because whenever this game says you can get someone for like, I don't know, 40 grand because their contract's about to expire, you can't, it's just physically impossible. So, yeah, and then I get a transfer offer for one of my strikers, and if you know from the first episode, I've been trying to sell all my strikers, so I've just been getting them out, and I don't bother counter offering. I just let them have them for the price they offered because I don't need it. I need the money, and with that, then I get my offer rejected because they want more money, which I understand. I try to be cocky, so I offer 230,000, which I believed was enough, so I put that offer in. The reason you've seen this twice is because I checked to see why they rejected it, because some say, oh, he just moved, he's too important, and no, it was the cash problem. Yeah, so I just carry on searching. A player of mine got injured, and as you can see again, because the sum was too low, so I figured I'll offer you 275,000, which breaks my transfer record already. So I submit that in, and I get a transfer offer for another one of my strikers. He is the 19-year-old, and I sell him for 130,000, I think. So that's good. My money's increasing every day, and then they accept my offer. 275,000 was enough, so I offer him a 5-year contract as a crucial first-team player, because that way he'll grow the most, and I'll get the most out of him. And yeah. Oh, player sold. Cool. I've just got an extra 50 grand. That's always nice. And I get 3 messages. One of my players out for 4 weeks, which is bad. However, they accepted my offer, so I now have a good goalkeeper. And also, I've got another transfer offer for my young striker, who I immediately sold because he won't be playing with Luke James, and I've also got 2 other replacements in case. And I decide that was a good idea. So I look at the calendar and I see terrible, terrible news. My first Capital One Cup match is against Wolverhampton, which it's not really fair because it's the first round. It's like, oh, welcome to this new cup, you're gone. That's basically it. So my first match is against Morecambe, and I overall won the game, but by a large margin. My first game of the season's always terrible. I don't get many attacks just because I've got to play with like a new squad. Like this one, I've kind of changed because I've moved all the players around and everything. So we go into the game. Everyone's excited for James to do his debut. So am I. And I'm going to be playing in the black kit all the time if possible. Lovely. So I just get down to it. I just play the match. There's no reason I should lose this. And as you can see, 14th minute, I get a penalty. Pedro steps up, my young 17-year-old centre defence mid, and he scores. Lovely. And he does a cheeky little celebration. This save by my keeper for a 19-year-old. I thought dramatic effects would be needed, so I put them in there. You can thank me later. And yeah, as you can see, I had 5 shots on target. They had 6, 5 on target. They were beating me in possession. They were beating me by shots. The only difference was I scored. That was the only thing. And Luke James with an amazing curve. Never mind, that was atrocious. More evidence of why you should not finesse. And I just can't do it. So with that game out of the way, I go on to play Wolverhamptons, thinking that perhaps a draw would be best as I can go on to an amazing penalty shootout and perhaps upset the bookies. Yeah, we all knew that was never going to happen, even I knew. Although, my keeper, he was on top form. Look, he just handles that and says, no thank you. And then again, O'Hara comes in. He's just like, you know what? How about no? He was on tip-top form. But unfortunately, every keeper does make a mistake. And this time it wasn't his fault. It was the defender. And he just scores. It was a good goal, but my defender should have cleared it. Luke James, however, thought I'll have an attempt. Unfortunately, his keeper got to it. So I'm still stuck here at 1-0. And then finally, whether it was a bad defending or a good pass, they scored and I'm down. At this point, I decide that I need a new player. I need a centre-back. So I search for $250,000, $1,000, 17 to 18. Because I figure, yeah, I've got a few defenders, but they're getting old. They're lacking in a bit of skill. So I figure I'll get some new ones. And would you believe it? I find a good one. Right there. Look at him. 62. He's quite good. I was thinking I'll get a more of attacking centre-back, you know, higher jumping, better heading. But overall I decided against it because I've got Luke James for scoring and it'll be better when I don't lose games. So I put in my offer. It says it can go ahead, so I don't change it. I just submit my offer. And, yeah. 62 rated 18-year-old. That would be very good in my squad, and it should pump me back up to a 1.5. And as you can see, they accepted it. So I just go on for 5 years. Crucial team player. Don't change his wage. Lovely jubbly. And everyone, I think that'll be a good place to stop this episode. Next one, I've got Wolves. I've got York City and Exeter. So like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.